guys, hello. Wow, this is overwhelming. Thanks for braving the snow. You guys are so sweet. I was thinking today while I was watching it snow, I was like, oh, man, if I was a baby, I'd pick a different place to be born in, you know? Wouldn't that be cool if, like, babies are up in heaven or wherever, and they get to choose where they go? Like, you know what, I like the warmth, so if you could just send me on down to Hawaii, or, you know, California, a block away from Disney World, please get on it. There you are. That'd be really great. But that would be a problem, because who would want to come, you know, anywhere cold? You know, like the angels would have to be like, okay, kid, listen. They're running out of babies in Chicago. You gotta take one for the team. I know it's cold 9 months a year and there's like a sprinkling of crime, but the skyline is excellent and you can get it tattooed on your ankle when you're 18. So, yeah. You know what I was going to talk about? I'm wearing Spanx. I wore them just for Madeline. You know, I put on my little sausage casing to hold in the food baby, you know. 14 weeks. But happy Friday, everybody. Happy, like, the government might be open again Friday. I don't know. It's unclear. It's really fun having, like, a toddler for the president, isn't it? I love it. Recently I've been back in my alma mater. I'm doing a show there. They brought me back as a paid actor, the dream, to come and perform there for a show that's happening on Valentine's Day weekend. It's about a woman who shoots herself. Which, you know, sometimes we feel like that on Valentine's Day, you know? So maybe it's just good for me, I don't know. No, it's a very serious show. And it's good that we're having it at my college. I went to a private Christian university. Anybody have any, like, are you familiar with private Christian universities? You ever been there? Yeah, strange places. Just weird. My university is, they're pretty strange. Let me just say this. Ring by Spring is a fall sport at my university. We've got volleyball, we've got basketball, we've got freshman mating season. They all happen around the same time. And like, who's confused by that? Anybody not know those terms? Let me break it down for you. Ring by Spring, the girl gets a ring before her graduation in the spring, so you get married right out of college. Oh. It's amazing. Freshman mating season is when you get on campus as a freshman, and those first initial weeks that you're there, you find your mate. Because God told me I was going to marry you. It happens. I'm not kidding. It's a thing. And then, you know, they break up a few months later when the haze has lifted or something. But it's excellent. I think that my first week was interesting because, let's see, I want to say it's like the second Friday that we're there, and Clayton from my brother dorm comes over, and he has known Kelly Ann for 72 hours, and he has a ring. He has a ring. And he's telling me all about it. And I'm like, you know what? There is not a Target in this town, but the K Jewelers must be booming right now. If the freshmen have rings, I'm not going to, you know, if you're 19 years old and you want to get married, more power to you. I support that if it's your decision. I just can't get on board with that. And I think that's because, like, personally, me, I can't do that because it takes me so long to get to know someone before I even start remotely liking them, you know, let alone romantically. They have to, like, kind of go through stages in my head before I decide I can like them. Like, can they like efficiently assemble handmade bookshelves to hold my collection of books? Can they recognize and successfully execute sarcasm? And the third and most important is, are they as equally passionate about the Shrek franchise as I am? Okay? Because I can say all the words, and if they're not there with me doing it, it's a no-go. I'm sorry. I feel like it takes me at least a week to trust a new phone that I have, let alone a whole ass person. So like, I can't like wrap that up real tight. It's a monthly, yearly, it's a long process. But I'm glad they're happy and they're doing it. I have a lot of friends who are married now, and they seem perfectly cool with it. And I'm cool with just being this here on a Friday night. This is my cool. My family and I recently went on vacation. We went to California, which was lovely. It was like 64 degrees. Not too hot, but I didn't have to wear a winter coat, and that was amazing. My parents were there with us for about a week in California, then shipped my sister and I back home and went on to Hawaii for 2 weeks. And it was lovely, I think. They seemed to have a good time. They went and they went on boats, and they went and they saw like a private waterfall. And I went to the grocery store and felt the waterfall from the produce section. It was just the same. Our family vacations, though, they're always a problem. There's always something going on. We used to have a lake house that my grandma sold, and I'm still a little bitter about it, but she's not here and she'll never see this, so I can say it. She sold our lake house. It was in Lake of the Ozarks. Beautiful, lovely. We had a boat that we would go out on. The boat never worked. And when my cousins and I and like our whole family would be out on the boat and the boat would die, my dad would tell us to get in the water and threw us a rope, and me and my cousins would swim us to the shore. It's a good bonding experience. One time we brought a group of my friends for a week down there over the summer, and my little sister, who was just very young and did not have good bladder control at the time, peed on all of them when they went tubing with her, just one after another. It was just like, okay, well, it's your turn, go ahead. And none of us really realized until the end when she admitted it. That was nice. Another time, we went on a vacation to Indiana Beach in Indiana. What seems wrong about that? There's nary a beach in Indiana. It's just all land, so it's like a man-made beach sort of situation. It has a roller coaster next to it. It's something. They're giving you something. I had a friend come with us on that trip too, and she got food poisoning at a Chinese buffet, and then managed to pretty much decimate a drive-in movie theater bathroom. So I'm thinking we're bad luck. I don't know. If any of you wanted to go on vacation with us, I think you should rethink that. That's all I'm saying. I'll share one last great story with you on a family vacation. This happened, I don't know, a few years ago. We went to, I don't even know what state we were in, honestly. It's all a haze. But we went to kind of like a Greek-style restaurant, right? And they have the saganaki. We all know what saganaki is. It's an appetizer. It's basically flaming cheese. They light it up. Well, we happened to go into the restaurant one night, and the waiter who was taking care of our table was also taking care of another table, and the other table ordered saganaki. And the waiter came out with it high in the air, and they do this thing where they light it up and they say, "Oppa!" and then they put it on the table. Well, the waiter lit it up beautifully and just kind of let it go a little too quickly. And the flaming cheese went right in this man's lap. And I think they put it out from what I can remember, I kind of blacked out at that point, you know. You're kind of like, this can't be happening. It's happening. That man's pants are on fire. Here we are. And you know, the waiter felt really bad about it and was like kind of apologizing to us about, you know, the scene that was created. And the waiter's like, oh, that has never happened to me before. And I'm like, you know what, buddy? It's because we're here. I gotta take the blame for you. It's probably us. We're just bad luck everywhere we go. Thank you guys so much.